Hey,
Today we're talking IT.
yeah, alright,
We're gonna keep it lively.
okay,
Learning here is likely
hey,
when we're talking IT.
hey,
IT.
yeah, hey,
Today we're talking IT.
know your computers, this for the viewers.
Today we're talking IT.
We are the tutors, we got the humor, yeah.
Today we're talking IT.
okay.
Learning here is likely.
Learn here is likely, so let's start IT.
Yes. Welcome again. This is Let's Talk IT with us. Before we jump into anything, we want to say we're back to our listening audience and our viewing audience out there.
Full effect.
Yeah, we have been getting a lot of calls, what happened to Let's Talk IT, what's going on, but we are here. But before I jump into anything, we want to acknowledge our sponsors. We want to acknowledge TDC for sure, who is a sponsor to ensure that this show goes on. We want to acknowledge IITAE, SKNRA, and Skills Academy. Right? And most of all, also want to acknowledge the members of the association who ensure that this program runs. So that is something good. Today, we're happy to be here. We're happy to be here, be back. I'm going to be your host, Dr. Ricardo Neal. I'll be your host for tonight. I have Mr. Powell here, Mr. Brandon Powell, who is the executive director for the St. Kitts and Nevis Robotics Association.
Good evening.
Right. I was going to say the ultimate association. All right. So we're actually happy to actually be here and to share, spend a few time with our listening audience and our viewing audience out there. And to chat some more about what has been happening with the association, what is going on, and we have a lot of things going on. So before I jump into anything, I don't know if Brandon want to jump in and introduce himself some more. Maybe I didn't do justice. I don't know.
Pretty much that sums it up. The executive director, newly appointed executive director, and my appearance on the show has been long overdue.
Yeah, but you know what? To think about, you haven't been.
This is my
you haven't been on the show since. So this is the first time.
Yep, since June, July, when I was appointed. This has been the first time I've ever been show an appearance here on the show, and that is bad on my behalf. But I apologize. I'll try my best to.
Well, I'm sure the audience will actually understand that we are working hard. We are working hard, so that is actually something good. I just processed that it has been a few months.
It really did.
And it feel like you've been in the association for like years.
Well, I mean,
you've been in the association for years, but in terms of
actively
functioning
in a
in
role.
that capacity,
Right.
feel like years. So
Right.
maybe the audience don't know, but Mr. Powell used to be my student in high school.
Oh boy, here you
Jesus,
go
I
again.
feel like I'm ancient. Oh Lord. Yeah, back in high school, back in the days, back in when I used to be a teacher at Charleston Secondary School. I used to teach at Charleston Secondary School back in the days. So big up to the Nevis people,
CSS massive.
right? Yes.
So since I think it was 2014, 2015 up until now.
Yeah, long time.
Yeah.
A long time. Long time. We have known each other and things has been going on. So it's not something hurry come up overnight.
Yep.
It was a bill in the making. So that's something good.
So no longer a student, guys. No longer a student.
Yeah. Brandon is a
mentor, a teacher,
Yeah.
a guide.
a full-fledged adult now,
A leader.
functioning, right? Which is something good. All right. So just want to give everybody an insight as to what has been going on with the St. Kitts and Nevis Robotics Association. A lot of exciting things.
Give
A
us the
lot.
sauce.
I'm not even sure where to start, but there's so many things. But I think we should take it from summer.
The camp.
Yeah, from the camp. So I think that's an important thing to actually talk about, the camp. Because the camp was the first of its kind in St. Kitts and Nevis.
Camp was a milestone that has broken a lot of barriers and opened a lot of doors for us.
As a matter of fact, I don't think it has been talked about a lot. Enough.
It-
I don't think it is understood what happened in the summer of this year. And I think it's something that needs to be talked about more because it was for the first time we have a robotics camp. A full-fledged, free.
On one island?
Free robotic camp.
Was it on one island?
To
The
free
Bold
robotics
Islands.
camp for camp. Some people say pronounce camp. Both on St. Kitts and Nevis at the same time, having the same
Running
content,
concurrently.
the same amount of hours, that was dedicated to that camp. So
100 and how many students?
yeah, we have 100. I think it's 180 something.
But I thought we said
somewhere there.
110. What happened?
That was the plan. So just to give context to our listening audience, we actually went into a meeting with ECCB, to have a program run, and so ECCB would have, have had conversation with us about having a summer camp. As you know, we are a robotics association, so we're going to lean more along on STEAM.
Of course.
So the decision was made, yes, let us put on a camp. The numbers that we had projected for was like probably about 110, maybe 100 somewhere there, and so that's the numbers that we had to pull students from each high school, about 10 from each high school, or 8 somewhere there. And that was the plan.
Yeah, 10 from each high
right?
schools, which was same 110.
Yeah.
That was the targeted number.
That was intention. And
Both
so
St. Kitts and Nevis.
St. Kitts and Nevis, right? So we actually moved towards start the planning, reach out to our contacts overseas. So contacts like Rev Robotics.
Shout out to Rev.
So we shouted out to Rev, Rev Robotics. And so they were able to say, yes, we are on board to make sure we supply you guys with the robotics material that you need.
Oh, wait, who is
right?
Rev? Dr. Neil, pause for a moment. Who is Rev? What is Rev?
Well, Rev is one of the largest educational robotics organization in the world. In the world. And they supply robotics material to first global robotics Olympics partners and members. So that just to put Rev in context so we understand what Rev is. Because we are used to Rev, we just say Rev and just move on. But for those who are listening that do not know what Rev is that organization out there. They produce premium built robotics parts, loose parts, and that those parts are used in some of the world's top robotics competitions and educational program in the world.
Right.
Yeah. So we were able to contact them, and they were able to give us the assurance that they are going to supply the material for us, which was good. And then we went into the other part of planning, right?
But
so
that was a big thing for us because I think back in 2022, last year was 2022, right? We actually met Rev, and we were able to form that connection with them at that time. So because of that opportunity, we were able to call upon them this year to make sure this summer camp was a success. Yeah.
As a matter of fact, so we were in Dubai. Switzerland, Geneva. I'm mixing up the time. We all over the world so much. So we were in Switzerland, Geneva to be exact, and we actually was able to talk to, I forget the guy's name. Greg, right? We talked to Greg, who is the one of the founder of the robotics of Rev. And so we were able to make a connection with them. And that connection now held up because we were able to reach out to them in the summer and they were able to come on board. Right? So we make our plans. We got all the necessary things together. And then now we reach out to the school. So we
Did we
head
call
to the
or
schools.
did we? Oh.
Well, we made contact directly with the schools.
We made our
went
way
to
each one of
every
the
single high school, right? So the Robotics Association went to every single high school.
In the federation.
In the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. Meet with the principals. Sometimes when principals are not there, we meet with the person who's second in charge. Yeah, and so we told them, hey, we're having this camp and we need as much young people as possible to be there, right? So that was done. And then we released the application process online. So students could
social media pages.
Yeah, pages. Right. So they were able to get to us. And I just want to pause and say, hey, if you want to reach out to SKNRA, you can reach out to us via Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter,
YouTube, even, the comment section.
Threads.
Oh yeah.
So we're on all of them. Just type SKNRA
on any social media platform.
any social media platform or the St. Kitts and Nevis Robotics Association. The type, hit search if you're not sure, and you will see it come up. Right. Our logo is very colorful.
Right.
All right. So we're able to make that level of planning, meet with the high schools and so forth, and then we moved to meet with the Ministry of Education to discuss, how we can have, buses available to make sure comfort, was
Safe
provided for the
travels.
students, safe travels and
Right.
so forth. And all of this free of cost.
Absolutely.
Free of cost to the students. Right, so we were able to provide this process free of cost, and we want to say thanks to ECCB.
Shout out to ECCB.
Yeah, I want to thank ECCB to make sure
Prime
that
sponsor.
this project was a reality.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
We had some very good communication, some very good support from ECCB to make sure the young people were actually
really
catered
did.
for.
Yeah.
Right, so that's why we're able to provide a free summer camp for St. Kitts and Nevis in the summer.
The first of its kind.
First of its kind.
And would not be the last.
No, it's not going to be the last. So that is a momentous occasion, right? For me, it's a momentous occasion because we had projected for 100 and, as we say, around 10. We got 180
And we
students
had
on the
to
camp. And we
close
had
off.
more coming. And we had to close off the camp.
Registration.
Right? We have to close it off to say, hey, I'm sorry, we can't take no more because the room was full.
Yep.
All right? So that was a success of the camp.
Oh, but even so, at the beginning of the camp, we still had walk-ins.
Yeah, right. Yeah. We still had persons coming in who parents coming and say, hey, how can we get in? Please, I beg you, take him and we can take her. So yeah, all of that kind of thing. So we had that level of connection with the community, and we were actually, we're still excited about the process to know that the community was behind the Robotics Association.
Of course.
Supporting the Robotics Association, because what the Robotics Association is about is to bring young people into technology, right? To bring them, to a level of understanding that, hey, you can do things differently. You don't have to follow the traditional path of doing things. You can develop, you can create, you can use your hands, right? And be successful on an international stage. Right?
Right.
So that is the main reason.
Well,
So-
one of the key
and
things
the
you
community
mentioned,
really support us.
right? One of the key things you mentioned about SKNRA is that they try to craft the young persons not to be a user.
Yeah, and that is key.
Right.
It makes no sense in this day and age to be creating a bunch of users. No, it makes no sense. If you look at the Asian community, the European community, they are pushing their young people to create, to develop
At a very
young age. So,
Very young age.
my question is, what is the problem here?
Why are we so
Yeah,
different?
why? What's the problem, right?
Right.
And if you look at our history, right, we have a history way back, right, to be inventors. It is in our DNA to be inventors. And so we, as the association, is bringing back that, right, to champion the cause of development, innovation, creativity. That is what we actually champion. So we were able to put on this massive camp, right? As a matter of fact, I think our camp was one of the biggest camp, I think in the OECS region. I want to think so, based on the word that I'm getting, that we actually had a large amount of students.
We did.
And we had a large amount, we had a massive impact
Yeah.
in the OECS region and in the Caribbean region, because persons were reaching out to us from all the way of Barbados, was asking us about the camp. I said, we heard that you guys have this camp up there, and how awesome it was. Right, so our media team was on point.
So our social media presence, to my surprise, because I be monitoring it myself, I haven't been seeing the grand amount of likes that we supposed to be getting, the shares.
Yeah, but people watch it.
But when I go certain places,
people watch it. People
person
watch it,
are saying, person all over the Caribbean region, even international. We
Yeah,
We
they're
saw a lot
watching.
of big things going on in St. Kitts with SKNRA.
Yeah, they're watching.
And the social media. I was like, wow.
Even Moldova, they're fully aware of the Robotics
Yes.
Association.
Yes,
Fully
I
aware of
remember
Robotics
that.
Association. Because I met the guy, I was like, oh, you guys are SKNRA. Right? So and I don't think they speak language. I think English is the second language.
No, English.
Right? And so they're fully aware
You know
of
who
what
else
is
is
going
keen
on.
and very paying very much attention to our association? Team Tunisia.
Oh, Tunisia.
Tunisia
Yeah, we have a big impact. We have a
been-
big impact.
has been following us
Yeah.
on our social media pages.
Yeah, big impact. And so we no longer have a responsibility to just St. Kitts and Nevis. We do hold St. Kitts and Nevis dear to our heart. But the international community also is watching.
Right.
and they're looking.
Right.
Right? So we have made a splash across the world.
Splash, you
a
call it.
big impact.
You call it a tidal wave.
A tidal wave, a tsunami across the world. So people are fully aware of the effectiveness of St. Kitts and Nevis in the world of robotics, especially where the Robotics Association is actually concerned. So we had this massive camp, and a number of sponsors came on board. I don't have a list with me right now, but a number of sponsors came on board, and they did support the sponsor. But our premium sponsors for that program, for that camp, would have been ECCB. So they made sure they backed the camp up, so it could have been free for everybody.
Right, from start until the end.
Yeah, because in the summer a lot of camps tend to take place.
There
a
was
lot.
actually actually saw a list.
Listen, I think about 30 something. Yeah, I showed you a list.
A long list.
A long list of
persons.
camps. And when I look on the revenues,
the registration fees,
registration fees,
and cost.
there was some serious cost there.
Amount of cash, man.
Right, and so
then we looked at us and it's like,
and we look at ours
we
with
free.
What
are we doing? Like madness?
Because a person was asking me, but why you make the camp free? Free?
Yeah, a person was even upset with us because we made it free.
Yeah.
But
which is a good thing.
We are not in it for the revenue. We're not in it for the money. It's all about the value and changing of the young person's mindset.
Yes.
To be able to think outside the box.
Mm-hmm. That's what it's for.
That's it.
So we definitely
that's it.
would have achieved that. So that's something that we were impressed about. And parents had some very good statements. We got some very good response from the camp. So and because of that, we are now obligated to ensure that we have this camp every summer. Every single summer, we will have a robotics camp in St. Kitts and Nevis to make sure the young people are geared up for the world of innovation.
Correct.
Because it makes no sense for us to have a conversation about innovation and we're not doing it.
Right.
Yeah, no. We're not going to do that. That don't happen around here.
Nope.
So no, we're going to push for innovation. No matter what it takes, we're going to make sure that it's actually done. So it was a success in itself. I was actually truly happy at the end of that camp.
But what you didn't even explain what happened at the camp. What the camp really?
Well, as a matter of fact, you should tell me. But anyway, but the camp was the objective of the camp was for them to build robots from scratch.
The robots.
No, I wanna explain that to our listening audience. We're not talking about giving them kits to assemble generic things.
Based
When you buy like a toy,
like a building guide.
You just put it back. It's not like that. So you receive loose parts for prototyping,
and let your creativity.
And then you have to be just be creative. so we open the world of creativity right there. So you're not restricted or bounded by anything that would stop you from being creative. We open the floor. The only thing we give you is some guide. Now the robot should be able to drive. It must move from one point to another.
Well, I think the course entail. The course did entail the explanation of every single part inside of that.
Yes. So we could break it down. Yes. Right. So they had to we had to run through. So our instructors had to go through all of the parts, like what they're for. How do you use them? Right. The best way to use them. So they get that. And then they have to be creative now to build, which was very cool.
Really was.
It was very cool. But after, right, so the bot should actually drive from one point to the next, right? The bot should be coded using Java, Scratch in particular. And the bot should be able to take up an object, drive up a ramp, and deliver the product, and it should lift itself. Right. So they built that. They didn't do the lifting, but they definitely did the rest, the additional tasks. But there's something I've learned on the camp. I've learned that even though the age group that we set for the camp was
12.
Not
13.
12. It was we were 14 first. We said 14 to 18.
But we had to drop it to 12.
And then we had a lot of parents coming.
Yeah.
Hey, and so we said, okay, so we shift. All right, and so we had, we actually compromised with some persons. We said, okay, fine, and we accept some of the 13-year-olds, but it was set for 14. But what we realized is that the younger kids were performing extremely well.
Younger ones were more motivated and were more invested.
Yeah, so we
in
could
the
actually
action.
write a paper on that.
Yeah.
Because, we recognize that even though the material is designed for a certain age group, you find that the ones who were one step below, they were actually performing extremely well with the same material.
True.
Which says to me that you cannot confine young people. You cannot put them in a box and say, okay, this is for you and that's it.
And that you're right.
And
right.
you will never say, okay, let me see what you would do with this if I should give it to you. Right? So I realized that removing that confinement actually work.
The camp alone showcased the young persons were highlighted, but most importantly, we have the capability of actually doing what the entire world is doing.
Of course.
So that was a big eye opener for us, and we need to make it mandatory.
Yeah. So it has to be mandatory.
Right.
So what I'm saying here is I want to also say to the private sector group who is listening right now, we want your support to ensure that we have a summer camp every year for the people of St. Kitts, for the young people of St. Kitts and Nevis. Right? We want to make sure we have that, and not only for 13 to 18, but also have from 7 to 11 or 12,
right.
So we have two different, because there's we had a lot of parents.
We even get parents asking about what about them.
Yes, they were asking about, hey, what about my
us?
10-year-old? What about my 11-year-old? We need to have one for them.
No, I'm talking about themselves. Like
the
adults.
Yeah, the adults was reaching out to us also. Say, hey, do you don't think that we need to learn a little bit of robotics also? Right? So we had a level of excitement generated and at this camp. So we were really excited about it. So the kids, they enjoyed themselves for the entire time.
Right.
We want to shout out Immaculate Conception Catholic School.
Oh yeah.
Who Father Lawrence and his team, who was able to provide
the facility
to ensure that we have that camp.
Right.
I mean, that was actually something great. To understand the vision.
Great
right?
appreciation to
you see,
ICCS.
and that is why I like persons who
understand
talk
the vision.
and back up the talk and understand the vision, right? So because I remember meeting with Father Lawrence, was like, "Hey, Father, we want to have this camp here, and it's a great opportunity for young people to actually be a part of innovation, actual innovation, develop." And Father Lawrence will say, "Okay, Dr. Neil, sure, no problem.
That easy.
Let's get it done.
That easy.
You see what I'm saying? Because
everybody else was like that,
right? There was no. But what if? No. You're talking about innovation and youth development. Go. Okay. All right. So that is what it's supposed to be like, and I think that is why in a number of the countries across the world is actually developed.
Yeah,
because there's a support
system
is
strong.
There's developed support when it comes down to innovation.
Strong. Yeah. Also in Nevis, the disaster management
unit
facility.
Yeah.
There's actual acronym. I don't remember the acronym right now, but the disaster management facility at the Langport location in Nevis, they also were the one who sponsored their facility for our camp.
So they actually provide for over there.
Shout out for them as well.
Yeah, so we have to shout out Nevis and Nevis End. So they were really, really, really accommodative to ensure that we have the event there.
Yeah, not only that,
really
but
good.
some of the employees actually stayed back and assisted.
Oh yes,
and helped.
which is great.
Yeah.
I mean, the excitement was actually in the air,
including the director as well.
Brian,
Brian Dyer.
Mr. Dyer, yeah.
Yes,
Mr. Dyer was actually instrumental in ensuring that we
involved.
have one in Nevis, right? Because we didn't want to have a camp in St. Kitts and didn't have one in Nevis. We didn't want to have that. We want to have the same thing in St. Kitts in Nevis, and we want to expose everybody to the same thing. It's one federation.
So you can't do one and leave the other. You have to do it for the both of them.
So it's just one. It's just one federation. So it wasn't a big deal to make sure Nevis have its own. I've oftentimes say this is not a St. Kitts initiative.
It's not a Nevis initiative.
Let me say it again. It's not a St. Kitts initiative, not a Nevis initiative. It's a St. Kitts and Nevis initiative.
And as a Nevision, as the executive director, I cannot allow that.
Right, so we can
have to do it for both.
Both, right?
Yes.
And so that is how wonderful the association is. We have people from all background, and here we have Honorable Bob.
Mr. Michael
We have
Shaw,
Honorable Mr. Michael Shaw, who
Good day. Give it for
The
my
team.
lateness.
the team captain for our team this year,
This year.
2023, that traveled to Singapore. I guess he'll give us his insight.
as we go along.
As
Maybe
we
this,
go along.
maybe the next half.
Yeah, in the
we-
next half we'll have
Yeah.
him give some word as what exciting news he came back with.
Yeah. So so the camp was a success. We had the corporation, and we did have some sponsors, some other sponsors who came on board and assist with a number of things
we
here
did,
and there.
guys. We apologize. We don't have the list with us,
But
but
definitely next time
we'll
But-
definitely highlight
but
the list.
we did highlight them in
Okay,
after the
okay.
camp. We did mention them after the
Right,
camp.
right.
But no shame to mention them
Yes,
again.
we would
No
definitely
shame
like to
mention
keep
them
on
again.
these same sponsors and more, both private and public sector that wants to be involved.
Yeah,
Even those
yeah.
who don't know about it that needs to get involved, we'll definitely reach out to you. Don't worry,
Of
we'll
course.
let you know.
Yeah, most definitely. And so during the camp, we actually had after the training. So what happened in the first week was the students were exposed to how to use the equipment. All right, so they're exposed to how to use equipment. And then the second week was more along the line to build a chassis. So expose them to build a chassis. Just build a chassis of your own choice.
So we actually had a guide for the entire series of the camp.
Yeah, so that
A day-to-day activity
and-
guide for the entire 4
and
weeks.
so I must even applaud the instructors. I
Yes.
cannot.
I think one of them is
I
actually
cannot
sitting
not.
next to you right now.
Yeah, Michael was one of the instructors also. So I have to applaud the instructors because it was the first time we're doing this thing. We didn't have a template to follow. We didn't have any,
Yes.
and we actually sit and draft up everything from scratch.
Yes.
Right? We did not go out there and look and say, okay, let's look for.
A guide or someone who already
Yeah,
did this.
and
No,
then we say, okay, we're not gonna reinvent the wheel. No, we
customized or-
built the wheel.
Yes.
We built the wheel and
We
put the wheel on a vehicle,
and we
and
implemented
yes, and that's what we did. Right. So Michael can tell us some of his
I think
experience
Michael
at the camp.
actually
Yeah.
is a certified trainer, robotic
Yeah,
trainer.
yeah.
Yes, can I-
Oh, that's something that we need to announce that the Robotics Association is currently doing training. So we're going to train, and we're going to do more training again, where persons would have been in the association for a long time, been exposed to first global, equipment, material, knowledge, and so forth. And even those who want to be trained will be having certification training for persons who
Come on board.
are going to be certified in robotics training under SKNRA. So you can follow, make sure you're following us on social media.
Right about now, SKNR
Make
is
sure-
the most trendiest thing in the federation.
I
Maybe
think
even the
so.
entire region.
I believe so, right? Make sure you follow us on social media. I know some people say they don't use Facebook. We're on Facebook also.
We're on
We're on
Instagram as well.
Instagram.
We're on YouTube.
Right. We're on
We're on
Thread. Right.
We're on LinkedIn. There's no
what
reason
else?
for you
TikTok.
not to.
I was told that we
Yeah,
have a
we're on
TikTok
TikTok
account
as well.
We have
Yeah,
a TikTok.
yeah, I
do
was
have
told we have a TikTok account. I
We
need
have
to go-
TikTok.
Yeah, I haven't been on it
As
yet.
a matter of fact, we
Yeah.
will be posting a TikTok video, highlight video from our
Highlight
recent
video,
travel.
Yeah, so definitely we have those things. So, make sure you follow us, guys. Our official website is going to be launched soon. We're going to keep you up to date with that one.
Relaunch.
Right, yeah. I don't think we had
Relaunch.
launched the first one. We didn't launch
It
the first
was active. It was active.
It was active, but we didn't do a
We
launch.
took it down for maintenance, and
Yeah.
now we're gonna relaunch it with
one. Yeah,
updates.
so we're going to, bring it out
Yes,
and
bring
then,
it back.
and make sure it is. And the reason why we have to do it, because we have to make it, more, friendly.
Yes.
User friendly,
Definitely more used
accommodative.
to accommodate everyone.
Yeah, everyone. So, it's good. So you're going to see that soon. And there we will be posting a number of stuff
Yeah,
every
that's
single day.
that's
So you'll
where
see
you
a
would
number.
mainly
You'll see
see our updates,
all of our
ongoing
activity.
projects, ongoing events, future plans,
Mm-hmm.
and so on.
You see all that. Yeah. So Michael was one of the trainer on the camp.
Yes.
Right? Yes, Michael. So what was the experience, man?
Well, at that time, right, I was only 17 years old and I was teaching students who was like almost similar my age. And I'm from St. Kitts and I was heading over to Nevis to teach as well.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
was
Michael
actually
was
good.
in. Yeah, Michael was placed in Nevis. Yeah.
You can get there before the newest students.
Of course, can't leave them behind.
Right.
They always have to be a part of the team.
Of
So
course.
it was a really good experience because I would say I was a lost lamb in Nevis. I had the students telling me, "Oh, where to go, what to do in Nevis, all kind of." But it was such a fun experience, and the fact that I think like half of the team I was from Nevis. We had like
the
three or four from
okay,
Nevis. And I would have known them and taught them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you actually taught them at the camp.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually,
So what I
we'll,
saw.
we'll get into that. In
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So me going over there at 17, meeting students who were like 15, 14, 16, teaching. And I don't know.
I'm sure they taught you a thing or two as well.
Yes. But on the equipment part, like Dr. Moon said previously, so everything is on the, I would have guided them and taught them everything on the Rev Robotics, which is the company that sponsors the equipment
Right,
and
the
parts,
resources needed.
Well, they're
spare
suppliers.
parts for
Yeah.
Forest Global.
Yeah.
I would have gotten a guide set up by, I'm guessing Dr. Neil, I'm not quite sure. I was
Yeah.
just sent a schedule.
Well, we
Yeah.
created a
Was it-
schedule.
Yeah.
We mentioned the schedule. But
Yeah.
I was told that even though we were following the schedule and taking our time, students was actually jumping the gun and going.
Yeah, they were going ahead of us, you know. But I want to cut you guys, but it's now 7:30, so we're going to take a break.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh, wow, time
we are
flies so
going to
fast.
come back. Yeah, time goes really, really fast. And we're going to come back and we're going to continue what we're talking about. And then we're going to talk about, our trip in Singapore.
You mean the Singapore trip we just came back from about last week?
Ah,
Wow.
I'm still recovering.
Wow.
Yeah.
Still sleeping. Yes, we'll definitely take a break and then we'll get back to you guys.
Hey, how was your day? Glad you could join us today.
50,000?
50,000?
$50,000? Win big with TDC! Win up to $50,000 cash in the TDC Mega Rewards Mega Raffle! To enter, you must be a Mega Rewards member or sign up to TDC Mega Rewards Loyalty Program. Shop at our TDC retail stores or online at shoptdcgroup.com to receive one entry for every $250 spent. Draws take place from July to November. Win $10,000 every month with your entry rolled over so you can win and win even more.
Yes, this is 50.
Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, how was your day? Glad you could join us today. We got it with no time to play, with no time to waste. So we're gonna keep up the pace. Hey, most likely, y'all don't know about IT. I mean, like, most of the old folks, they don't know.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Today we're talking IT.
Yeah, okay, hey, yeah.
Today we're talking IT.
Yeah, alright, ooh,
We're gonna keep it live.
okay.
And he actually was on.
Yes, welcome back to Let's Talk IT. I'm here with the SKNRA group. I'm in the capacity
sir.
of host. I'm Dr. Ricardo Neal. We have Mr. Powell, Executive Director for St. Kitts and Nevis Robotics Association. And we have Mr. Shaw, Michael Shaw, who is member of the association also. I would say a senior member of the association.
At this point, yeah.
And the current captain of the St. Kitts and Nevis Robotics team for 2023 in Singapore at the first Global Robotics Olympics. So he's here. So we were, kind of progressing down as to what lead us into the Robotics Olympics for 2023. So Mr. Shaw was giving us his experience of being a teacher, and I think it's awesome. I think some of the best teachers are,
One student.
yeah,
Yeah.
right. And so that was cool. And so Michael, you'd have had a lot of experience with the material already, so it wasn't
Yeah.
anything new for you.
I've been part of the first global scene since high school.
Yeah.
And I'm 18
But yeah,
now.
Long time,
even
yeah.
before he was
Yeah.
at the age to even participate, he was a member.
Even before, yeah, long time.
Yeah.
So that was great. So you had the experience, you had the knowledge before,
Yep.
and we had instructors such as we had Everett Williams,
Yeah,
who the
Everett.
official host of the show.
Yep.
Right. So he was an instructor. We had Petrina Pereira, who is our PR. We had yours truly, of course, and I think those persons were the official trainers on the camp, official on
And
the camp.
Xavier Shaw.
Oh, Xavier Shaw. You see, I was here checking. I was here
Shaw.
causing.
So no,
Am
it's
I missing
more.
somebody?
Yeah.
Yes. So Mr. Shaw, was the official people. So we had persons who have had the experience, been to the Robotics Olympics. Have seen the parts, used them before. So we had the finest on island to actually deliver the content. You know, we didn't have to reach out overseas and say, oh Lord, we need somebody. No. We could use people right here.
No outsourcing,
right?
Here.
And the content was rightfully delivered because
yeah.
I had to skip 2 weeks of the schedule.
Yeah,
Literally.
Because they were ahead of you.
In the second week,
Because
the
they were ahead of
coding,
you.
which was supposed to be on the last week, we did that in the second week.
They did that.
They did that.
They were
They
ahead.
did that in the second week.
All I set up the computer for them,
Yeah.
put up the program. I said, okay,
And-
watch some videos, and I'll see what you guys did next
Right,
time.
right,
And then
right.
boom, that's it.
And
I just hit
that
the
actually comes back to one of Dr. Neil's favorite quotes from a philosopher. I don't remember the
one?
name, but something about students learning best through practical means.
Okay. Yeah, I don't remember which one, but I have some of the quotes. But yeah, what I remember, Albert Bandura.
You
So,
see what I'm
yes,
saying?
I remember. Yeah, so Albert Bandura was a theorist back in the days. I think he passed recent 2000 something. He's recently. Yes, Albert Bandura theorized that a child can only learn through practical means. So he was a theorist on education, and when he theorized that back in the days, persons did not really support that theory.
I laugh after
Yeah, but they realize that that's how people actually learn.
application.
Application. That's how you learn, right? You have to apply yourself to something, so it actually works out. So by exposing them to the content, and I think that was a theorist that guided the creation of the curriculum. Because when we created the curriculum, we not only just add the topics, we put the links for the content
Right.
to the topics along with video so they can see
Right.
how to. So you had
Visualize.
a full curriculum,
I am
right? A full
evidence of
active
that.
curriculum to use.
I am evidence of that because just a quick side note, when I got my 3D printer earlier this year, all kind of documentation and paper came with it. I couldn't be bothered to read all.
Yeah.
I just pulled up a video, pause play, looked at
And
like
yeah.
zoom in, looked at that's what he used. Okay, that's what, so I eventually
Yeah,
got
the
my 3D
same
printer,
thing.
build it and
Yeah.
use and utilize 100%.
100%
I
to
didn't even
use.
touch the book to this day.
You're right.
So I'm saying?
So so that's why we created the curriculum like
Right.
that. We created it in such a way where, yes, you have the content, but you also have demonstration.
Right.
So you can see how to use it. And the guys were locked in. They were locked in. The students were locked in. I never see so much focus in all my life for a long time.
For young people in a classroom,
in a
setting.
classroom, right? Locked in.
Never
I mean,
in my life would I think to see children want to skip lunch and
Yeah,
break time
yeah,
and
there
home
wasn't-
time.
You see what I'm
from
saying?
work?
Yeah.
Oh
There
my
wasn't even,
goodness.
they didn't even want you to eat.
yeah, they want to eat. I remember, because in St. Kitts we had like 100 and plus people in a room.
Yeah.
Right? And they didn't want to. When the bus came, they were still there
were still
working.
there. The bus
So you had to
drivers were getting
remind them, hey,
frustrated.
you guys have to go home, and that kind of stuff. So that's kind of spark that you
Right,
need.
right.
We had some staying there until late. We had to remind, hey, we can't stay here late. We have to close up the place.
Right.
That's kind of spark they actually need. And so that is what led us into, a mini competition, if you will. So there was a little mini
exciting
competition where
competition at the end.
we brought the Nivisions over
Of course.
into St. Kitts
Right.
to participate in a little mini challenge there. I would say friendly challenge, where they built a robot and the robot had to do tasks and they were moving stuff. And I'm telling you, creativity was in the room because even the stage that we should have used to create for them to compete, we had to come up with that on spot. I think it was me and Michael was moving around,
Right,
right. Oh, my-
yeah, picking up stuff, picking up board.
Just random things around the
Pick up some
school.
board, yeah,
That
and
was-
create a
that alone is
competition stage.
innovation.
Yeah, I'm saying just
alone
like
is
that,
innovation.
right? So we have some awesome pictures for those persons who are listening to us and watching us on here. You can check those photos. Those photos are on our Facebook page and on Instagram.
Yes.
So once you go on Instagram, just scroll down,
Yes, you'll see
and
that.
you'll see the summer camp students having
Yep.
wonderful time, right?
Exciting moments.
Yeah, great. And then at the end of it now, we want to big up Ministry of Finance because Ministry of Finance came on board and they were able to assist with the trophies,
Yes.
right? The
Yes.
trophies.
And the medals.
Expensive trophies,
And
I might
medals,
add.
yeah, right.
Because we didn't want to have a camp where we provide the young people with some of the cheap
Certificates.
trophies
Not only that,
and
but some
some of the
certificates.
stuff. Yeah,
It
it
is
did-
a big
yeah,
project. You
Yeah, I
need-
mean, it's a
you
big
need-
event,
yeah.
the first
They
of its
should
kind.
feel
Some
sort of
appreciate it.
something.
Yeah, they should feel like
Yeah.
you earn something.
Right,
You know,
right.
you you get something great.
Similar to running
Right.
a 100-meter race and you
I mean-
came first. You know what I'm saying? That's the
Right.
same level or even more level
Yeah,
of
and even
appreciation.
more. Yeah. So we're able to provide those for them, and we awarded about 8 persons receive award. I think if I remember my memory somewhere. About
No, I think it was more. I think it was
more than
like
8?
12.
What 12 of them? Right. Who have received
On
awards.
that note, I think Mike was actually telling us about what came out of the camp. His team members.
Yes.
His team
Yeah,
members. So
yeah.
what was the reason of assembling your team, Michael? Because remember you're the team captain, you know. So,
Okay, so the team members will have been top performers from what we thought would be top performers from the summer camp. It's not like it's not top performers like who win the competition.
Right,
no.
right,
What
right.
we saw throughout the
Yeah.
camp. So
Okay,
who did
okay.
most work?
so they were being monitored. The entire
Yes,
time.
yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Secret note.
And who did a great bot. So like
Yeah.
even though we all had the same curriculum and we taught all in the same classroom, if you looked in the videos and stuff, you see that each bot was different and performed
Yeah,
differently.
and that's what I liked.
Every
Everybody came with their
single bot.
own level of creativity.
Yes.
Which was great. Yeah.
But they all achieved the same objective. They functioned differently. They were built differently. They were designed differently. But they all achieved the same objective.
Same objective. I'm here just searching to find, the ones who were performed. So yeah.
So selected team members from the camp was chosen to do what? To do what exactly, Michael? To do what?
to participate in a international robotic Olympic,
Where?
the highest plane. So it's done every year, but this year was Singapore.
Singapore.
Oh, and we must say we did have awards given to both St. Kitts and Nevis.
Of course.
So we had like most outstanding female in St. Kitts, most outstanding female in Nevis, most outstanding male in St. Kitts, so we did the same thing. So we did not say, okay, most outstanding female in the federation. No. Right? We did most outstanding in St. Kitts, most outstanding in Nevis.
Right.
The engineer, the most outstanding engineer.
Which is fair because it gives
Yeah.
more students the opportunity.
Give them
getting
more.
an award.
Right. So we saw it from that perspective to kind of make sure everybody appreciate what they have done.
Correct. So yeah. So how long did you guys actually take to? What was the concept of the competition this year?
So this year it would have been Hydrogen Horizons, and is how should I say? It's based under the
United Nations.
United
United
Sustainable
Nations.
Goals.
Right.
Yes.
So, side note again, guys, United Nations is actually what should I call them? An organization that tackles worldly issues.
World challenges,
Right, yeah,
world,
like-
world issues that
Right.
yeah.
And every single year, SKNRA, St. Kitts and Nevis, has been participating in solving the United Nations issues.
Some of the problems that exist.
Solve the
So-
problem every single year.
First Global take those goals and they put it in a concept where students from all over the world, 190 plus countries,
200 plus.
200 plus
Well,
countries,
yeah, about 200 countries in the world.
and you have all little St. Kitts and Nevis participate on the
Small
same
little
playing
things.
field.
Right.
Yeah.
So they take that concept. So the hydrogen horizon, as you know, so hydrogen and oxygen, water, and hydrogen is all over the place. So what's a recent development is that you can convert hydrogen into energy that can be used. So it's a renewable resource.
Okay.
That can be used all over, change it. It's more efficient than a lot of other resources like fossil fuels, which is very bad, damaging the environment.
Right, the ecosystem and all this type
It's
of thing.
really bad. It's more efficient. So say, okay, let's design robots that can move, store it, convert it, and transform it and use it. And you have students making a robot that can solve this.
Okay. So the entire team, I think the entire team comprised of how many students altogether?
Students, so
Yeah.
5 students, and we will bring along 2 mentors.
No, I mean the entire team, both local and international team. Like I think it was like 14, 12?
14? Oh, yeah,
14.
from SKNR, 14.
No, I mean,
From
yeah.
you mean local and
yeah,
international?
local and international. I think it was like 12 or 14 students or something like that.
Yeah, I think we started with about 14.
Between
yeah.
the ages of 13
to 18. 18.
Right.
So normally the traveling team is made up of the number changes each year, but this year was 7 persons should be in traveling team. But we
Right.
also had a local team who
Right.
assists with the building of the robots. So that was pretty cool. Yeah.
So when they're talking about, I'm sure
Yeah.
you guys are confused by local and travel international.
Yeah. So yeah.
So the where we build the bot, I'm guessing you guys want to know that, is in the Clarence Fitzroy, right, College.
Yeah.
It's in the robotics lab.
Yeah.
And then we would have the team, they have a bunch of people, put their hands on the bot. Everyone placed their hands on that
They did
bot.
some work. Yeah.
Everyone had to do it. They can't just
Everybody
watch
did
and
work.
sit down. Hey, you have some students that's passing by from the college. So, oh, this looks pretty cool. All right, come over here and help us with this real quick.
Yeah.
So-
Oh, on that note as well, big thank you to CFBC for giving us that location every time we have our creativity mind, our creative mind. peaked.
Yeah.
So we have a dedicated space for us.
Yeah,
to
we
work.
want to also, big up the young people who was able to build the robot.
Yeah.
Those who didn't
Yeah.
get a chance to travel. If it was up to us alone, we would
Everybody
bring
would have-
everybody
plus
to Singapore to us, plus more.
Yeah.
But it's a very expensive venture.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
want to thank those who were able to assist with building the robot. I mean, spending hours.
Yeah, even nights.
Be-
even
in a
overnight.
nights building the robot. So we do really appreciate
Yeah.
to have the local team.
Yeah, not
assisting
only
us.
that as well, but we also had some sort of fundraising initiative.
Yeah, and fundraising
I
also.
think it was a month prior to travel.
Yeah, it was a whole
Yeah. So
push.
again, thank you for every
Yeah,
single
yeah.
student, parent, institution, private
Business
businesses.
places that assisted,
collaborated
Yeah,
and
we want to
yes.
thank every single one of them.
Yes,
You know,
for giving
truly
those-
appreciate it.
giving us those opportunities.
Yeah, truly appreciate it, because without them it would be difficult.
Yes.
You know, so and to get, and this is the first time we actually put the young people out. You know, to say,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
we want you guys to help
Yeah.
with the raise. We have never done it before.
I think one of the reasons doing
no,
that
I think
is because
we have never done it before. This is the first time.
no,
yeah.
this is actually the
The
first
first time
time
we've
we
done it
actually
before, yeah.
have some sort of fundraiser means. Because we noticed this time around the cost to travel to Singapore alone
It was very expensive.
was
We're looking
very, very dear.
Yeah, very expensive.
So we had to, I guess, thinking of we given the last minute situation,
Right,
had
right,
to try
right.
to raise some sort of funds for the young persons.
And also to participate in that event in the robotics Olympics is very
Yes.
expensive. I mean, the
Yes.
registration fee alone is like $10,000.
Crazy.
That's registration fee alone, and so we have to make sure it happens now.
And St. Kitts
yeah.
and Nevis Robotics Association participates
Has it every single year
since the beginning
right?
of the competition.
Yeah,
up
since the
until-
beginning until
No,
now.
I feeling kind of old, cause
Right, and that's a testament to the support that we have
Dedication.
gotten. I must say, IIT has been has been supporting the association and a lot.
Since day one.
Yeah, we got some support from government every now and then, but it's not a continuous thing. I must say to persons though who have been asking me if SKNRA is a governmental program,
N?
and I have to say no.
Oh.
No, we are not a governmental program.
Right.
We definitely we don't mind get support from government if the support is there.
Of course.
fine.
Yes,
but
of course.
But if it doesn't come, then we're gonna push the young people. Still, it doesn't
Yep.
make a difference.
Also, we are non-profit, so that means we don't buy or sell any goods. We don't make any money.
Yeah.
We are broke.
Yeah.
we just have the best interest of the young.
Yeah, we just have the
students in
best
mind.
interest
And
to get things done.
Trust me, we're pulling.
We're pulling some serious weight,
some magic tricks. That's what we're doing.
right, to actually get
Yes.
get the young people exposed and get them in real innovation, not
Yes.
just talk.
Because this is something
Real
I keep
innovation.
saying. The future you want tomorrow, create it today.
Yeah, you have to do it.
Yes,
you know?
and the
And
best
it
way
takes
to start-
sacrifice.
Right, definitely sacrifice is
Takes
needed,
sacrifice.
and also to involve the young persons in the process. Because those are the one that holds on to learning opportunity, learning
yeah.
curves, obstacles, and overcoming them for a long period of time.
Yeah, we have to do it.
Yeah.
It's not something that we should be thinking in wonder if we should. And when I talk to other countries, other mentors in the region, they're experiencing challenges in getting support
Yes.
for initiatives like
But
this. I don't
It's
understand. Right,
it's
you know.
mostly Caribbean countries,
Well, so some of them, you do have some of European countries that actually struggle.
Yes,
some
they
of
really
them.
have, yeah.
But I don't understand why it would be difficult to support an initiative where you're exposing young people to cutting edge technology.
And it would probably eventually
yeah.
boost the
It's gonna
economy
boost
of
the economy.
your own country.
Because-
this is a
then-
developing country. We
Yeah,
need that
you
initiative.
need
course,
that.
of course.
It's not something that you should wonder if you should do.
I would love to see a high-rise building in St. Kitts someday.
Of course, you see what I'm saying? And we are setting that precedence. That's what we're doing. We're setting the precedence. We're laying the groundwork. Because as I said on a show once that the face of St. Kitts and Nevis will change.
Of course.
you will see a different
Give us time.
St. Kitts and Nevis.
Give us time.
And it's happening. You
Give us
understand? Yeah, give us a little more time. You're gonna see what
Give us
happens.
time.
So we're working on it really, really, really hard. But I want to, I know time is running really fast, but I definitely want to shout out to the team members. So I guess Michael would have to shout out to the team members.
Yeah, definitely.
Each of them, because
Let's
they
see
did an
if I
excellent
remember
job.
their names, no? Because I still call them by the wrong name. Okay, so
Don't worry, I'll help you.
Jaden Clark.
Right.
Yeah, Jaden
Yeah.
Clark.
He was one of the
I'm gonna
champion
mention
members.
him first. Jaden Clark is from Nevis.
Yes. Mhm.
And
Yes, he's from Nevis.
he was about 14, I think. Yeah, 14.
No, he's
No,
16.
he's not
He's
14.
old.
16?
He's
Oh,
he's
Lord.
pretty good. He's
16.
really,
Yeah.
He may look young,
he
but
got-
Yeah, but
He got 16
Jaden,
old
yeah,
up to
but I have to point out Jaden because Jaden did have an excellent job on
Yeah,
on
he
that
really
trip.
did.
Jaden was a thinker on his feet, and that
was-
is very telling.
Well,
you know,
he was not a thinker. He was a critical thinker.
critical thinker on
That's
his
the
feet.
key word right there. He was
Yeah.
able to come up with the solutions on the spot.
Yeah, on the
just like
spot, and is there thing, and so if we did not have that camp, right,
We
Would
wouldn't
have
we would
discovered-
never
we would have
discovered
never discovered
that
these kind of talents. Right.
we have this level of talent right across the Federation of St. Kitts
Right,
and Nevis,
right.
right? So that is why we're saying, hey, support SKNRA.
Mm-hmm.
Let us do these more. Let us identify these young people who have talent.
Definitely.
All right.
And I was
So
going to
Jaden,
also shout out his criminal buddy Vikash Singh. Because I watched those two. I
Vikash.
taught those two in Nevis. Vikash
Yeah.
is also in Nevis.
Right.
They
Yeah.
were in the same group, and I could hear them argue about that robot over and over.
See, the thing is,
Oh
when you
my
have two
gosh.
ambitious persons in the room, you're definitely gonna have a healthy.
Yeah,
debate.
which is a good thing. It's a good thing. Yeah, good thing.
right.
So you have Jaden, Vikash,
Hannah Marie.
Hannah Marie. Yes, Hannah Marie is the female that was on the team. The girl, Hannah Marie,
Sure.
is a thinker. I must say
is-
she's extremely intelligent,
Hands down.
highly intelligent.
Yes.
So
And she's focused.
yes, so
she
I wanna-
is focused to the point
I
you
want
can't
to
even talk to
I
her
want
when
to
she's
big
focused.
up Hannah Marie. That she did an excellent job on the on the event. Let me not take over from you, sir.
Oh, okay. Was that all for the traveling team? No, I'm missing one
no.
person.
Miss one more.
We had
the traveling team
we
comprised
had
of-
Mayor.
Meyer. I cannot pronounce his name.
Meyer from
From
Nevis.
Nevis as well.
Nevis as well.
Right,
Yeah.
That's,
Meyer.
so all traveling
That's
team
it.
was Nevis.
No.
Well, a lot.
Except for me.
Yeah,
Except
well,
for you and
Hannah is
Hannah
from
Hannah
Nevis,
Marie.
yeah.
Hannah Marie. So
Yeah.
yeah.
But
Meyer-
mostly Nevis.
Mostly
Three-
Nevis was
three
as-
from Nevis.
This was the largest amount of
Nevis
divisions
contingent?
For
who were
traveling.
on the team
Oh yeah,
who
on the national
traveled.
team. Yeah, most of them was
the
Nevis
largest
selected.
set. Yeah.
And then for the helpers, they also I would consider them a team as well. They
of
helped
course
a
they are a
lot.
team.
Of course, they are.
But just because we could get
Yeah.
everyone, unfortunately,
Yeah, yeah,
we would
yeah.
have Nyla,
Yeah.
Nyla Taylor.
Yes.
Yeah, who
Shout out
assisted,
to
yeah.
Nyla.
Yes, she stayed over in St. Kitts
Nyla was
actually.
dedicated to
Yeah,
spend
Nyla
her
was
time with
dedicated,
us,
yeah.
the entire bill.
Um,
We had
Xavier.
Xavier actually traveled with
Yeah,
us.
Yeah,
he came as a
Xavier was able to
volunteer.
travel at the last minute. So yeah.
Yeah, not
And
only
Xavier,
traveled-
his name is Xavier.
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 Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Not only that, but he also participated in the first global event as well.
Yeah, he came there
So he
and
took-
they
he
wanted
took a role.
volunteers and we just
Yeah, he took a role at the
and he
competition.
began to function there. Yeah. We have Leah.
Leah,
Right,
as well.
Leah was on the local team, so she assisted in the building.
Yes, and she also assisted heavily in the fundraiser. side as
Heavily
well.
on the fundraiser. So I want to say, Leah, you did an excellent job.
Leah
to Leah.
paid attention
sure. Yeah.
on the but even on days where she missed, which was like probably one or two.
Right.
She would come over and watch Jaden and Vikash and say, hey, what does you do? And then tell them, well, you can't do that. That they're wrong. I hear she shouting over there critically and say, oh, and they got to change up the bot because they realized,
Oh,
this is going to be wrong.
Leah was actually dedicated to the shooter. You know? She was
Yeah,
not
yeah.
leaving the shooter, making sure that the shooter worked efficiently.
Yeah. So that was awesome. So
Yeah.
these are some of the hard workers.
Yeah.
So that is the ingredients that caused the robot to actually
Of course.
did what it did. So that was good.
There's more, Michael. Don't keep me with it.
Okay, let me keep. Okay, so we had Everell, of course.
Yeah.
Several
Yes,
Mr. Williams,
One of the
yes.
guys, yeah.
So he was there.
There was Reina.
Rainier.
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 I
Rainier.
was surprised when I heard Rainier was like, 13, 12? What?
Well, she was 12 when she
She was
started.
12
when she started,
And then
I say she's
yes.
like 15 or something.
right,
like
so
I
during
think-
the process, she actually had her birthday.
Yeah, birthday, yeah.
So during
yeah.
the robot building process, she had her birthday. She turned 13.
she is so intelligent.
Yeah,
right?
very
Jane
intelligent,
is
yeah, very, very
very
intelligent, yes.
Extremely,
I
for
was
her,
honestly
yes.
surprised when I heard she was like 12 to 13.
Renier was one of the students that kept the happiness, in the
Energy
room.
and the
Happiness
vibes in the room.
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So around her, you cannot be. You're not allowed to feel down or gloomy or anything like that. She definitely will make you laugh
Yeah.
and make you smile. Right?
That was good.
So she
You
takes
know?
out the frustration from the team.
Yeah, which was awesome. So
Yeah.
I'm really happy about the type of group, that actually came together this year. Also, you guys built a very ambitious robot this year.
Yeah,
So-
that was a very compared to what we did before. That was
This is
Yeah.
like night
That
and
was-
day.
This
Yeah,
is
that
like
was-
hitting
This-
it.
Yeah,
that
and
was
I
a
mean,
level above average for
Yeah.
us, which is a good thing
a
because
very large robot.
Yes.
That
very, very
actually
large.
shows what the summer camp did.
Yes.
That shows the
course.
results of the summer camp compared to the last
Previous
and past
years,
years.
yeah.
Oh my goodness.
You know, so that actually worked really, really fine. As a matter of fact, they were measuring our robot several times at Singapore to make sure it. I think they use the word Senkis have a fat robot. So Senkis and Nevis have a fat robot. They need
And
to go and
efficient.
measure it again.
and efficient.
Yeah, because I saw the guy there with the measuring tape for a long time. Like he's saying, I wonder if it's too
No,
tall.
but
Bear
the
in
funny
mind,
thing is,
for a
right,
long
they didn't
bear in
come and
mind.
measure once. They measured like 3 times.
Yeah, they keep
Bear
on
in
measuring.
mind, during our building process as well,
We were
we
doing measuring. We were saying, boy, we're on
every
the nose.
single
We're on the
addition
nose.
we made, we measure, we pull the tape, boy. We pull the tape.
So for the all listening audience, the robot has to be about 20 centimeters.
20
Yeah.
centimeters.
20 centimeters
No,
by
50 centimeters.
Yeah,
50 by
50
50,
centimeters,
or
50 by
like
50.
20 inches.
Yes.
yeah 20
20
inches,
by
right? 20
20.
inches by 20 inches. So we had to keep it there. So we were on the nose. I mean, literally on the
Cutting
nose.
it right there on the edge,
of
boy.
building the bot. So that was actually a great experience.
So we
You
had
know.
to compact all of our functionalities within a certain criteria, building criteria, which is kind of limiting for
Yeah.
persons with creative minds, but at the
Yeah.
same time, you have to stick in within the
Within
rules and
the
regulations.
regulation, yeah.
It also depends on the challenge.
Yeah,
That
because of the
is-
nature of a challenge, yeah.
Yeah, because we had to. It was like a lot of years. It's like one type of ball or whatever. This year is like 2 types.
Yeah, two different types. So you have
at
to
the same time.
Yeah.
So it was like, okay, let's do all of that under the same rules, and
Yeah.
that really brings out the creative
The
minds of
creativity.
this
Now
show.
you have to think outside of the box. You have to think of something.
Not
which is
seen
pretty cool.
before in years. And
Yeah.
boom.
But at the competition, we not only accomplished representing our nation at the
No, no.
international level, but we're able to take the goals and objective a bit further. Or I
Yeah,
should say
yeah.
a massive leap into the future,
Yeah.
where we are able to meet behind the scenes with these directors and these persons responsible for calling the entire world together. And we are now, we are in line, or we are in the process of forming a partnership to these persons, so we could actually do the same thing within
With
our
First Global, yes.
within something what we call, I dubbed, I would put it there, I named it first. The Super Regional Competition here in St.
The
Kitts and
OEC
Nevis.
is super regional competition.
Just need the
Yes.
facility. That's all.
Yeah, well,
It's coming.
Yeah, it's coming. We're gonna get ready
It's
there.
coming.
Yeah, yeah.
So, you guys definitely will be aware. We'll be made more aware of this as time goes by. We actually have a meeting coming up with them. So even after the competition, we're still in the process of
Yeah, we
doing big
have
things.
we have a lot of work to do.
Yeah,
We have a lot of work to do.
so
So this year was different. So we actually
This year was
we allowed the team to do their thing, compete, and challenge the world. I believe you guys won 7 match out of 8 or 6 match out
I
of
think
8.
we only lost 2.
Probably about 2. Yeah, 2
matches. We
out
only
of
lost 2.
out of 8 matches. So
Yeah.
that was excellent.
Yeah,
it was
that was really
it's an
good.
improvement from last
It
year.
really was.
We did extremely well.
yes.
So that is really, 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 really good. So I saw the guys on the field maneuver the bot, and I heard the commentators, we're saying St. Kitts and Nevis is resilient, and they are working, and so that was actually.
I'm sorry, but
good.
I didn't have the time to listen up to
Yeah,
those things.
yeah.
So-
I got
so-
some of
There's
it.
no St. Kitts and Nevis.
Shout
Yeah, I
trust
got
out
me.
some
to
of
the
it.
team to doing what they do. So it gave myself, Dr. Neil, and Terrence, the ambassador, Terrence Jude Jr., the opportunities to go out and network.
To
and
the
meet.
network to make sure we
Yes.
build, because we are no longer just a team,
No.
that is representing St. Kitts and Nevis in terms of competition.
Right.
But you have the executive members. Their job is to make sure that they build a relationship so we can expand within the region.
Definitely.
So just to piggyback off what you say, we were able to meet a number of the officials from First Global, so we are discussing with them
exciting
to
meetings.
have a lot of goodies that is coming soon.
Christmas is coming, guys. Christmas is coming.
It's coming, and we're actually excited. But I want to congratulate the St. Kitts and Nevis robotics team to represent the federation in Singapore and represent us really well. Yes, sometimes there are some hiccups on the field, but it comes with the territory.
That's
Every team had hiccups on the field,
Every
and so
single
you have to go back and make adjustments, and then you go again.
Yep.
And so we have learned that a lot from 2017. It's nothing strange, it's nothing new. All right. I remember in 2018, our robot go on the field and it shut off every time. We were like, what's going on? Right? Because there were, radio frequencies in the room disrupting.
Yes.
So, so it's nothing new. And so we were able to get over that. And I saw the electrifying moments when, the team win and, they're coming up. Oh, Dr. Lee, we win, we won.
So
we won.
This time around, I guess the generation goes by. This time around, they came back very excited. I was like,
Yeah.
we got a dub.
Yes.
I was like, what is a dub,
So,
guys?
yeah.
It's
So I
like
want-
a W. We won. I was like,
We won.
oh.
So I want to, again, express congratulations to the robotics team for did extremely well. They all received their certificate
Every single one
of
of them.
excellence.
Both
Every one of
traveling-
them.
both traveling and the non-traveling
because
members.
of their performance.
Of course.
So keep up the good work, guys. We expect many, many more. To our listening audience, hey, we have a lot of things coming soon. It's now 8 o'clock, so I'm going to give each member, a few seconds, 30 seconds, to say it, shout out to the audience.
I think I've run out of words. I've been
Yeah.
doing this for too many years.
Well,
Overtime.
at this point, this is my first time here.
You're
I
overtime,
promise
so hurry up.
I promise you guys it won't be my last. I'll make myself available when I can to come and give you guys, as Mr. Neil would say, the goodies
Right.
on time to time. Thanks again for the support and all the listeners that's there today. And I would encourage the new listeners to actually tune in 2 weeks from now on a Tuesday again, same time, same place. To hear what else we have to say.
Michael, hurry up, we're overtime.
All right. Coming from a young voice.
You trying to say? Go ahead.
Please listen to everything SKNR has to say. We are for St. Kitts and Nevis, the Federation, and we will bring out every young child out to a level playing field. So don't think about just sending your child away to a different country and that's it. So say, hey, put them on the SKNR. You can do something, bring something, change St. Kitts and Nevis.
Definitely.
Okay, thank you very much, guys, for coming here. I want to say if you want to join the Robotics Association, just simply go on Facebook. And the very first post here, it is the application. We're looking forward to hearing from you. Reach out to us. We're here.
All right. Boom, bam.
Y'all don't know about IT. I mean, like, most of the old folks, they don't know.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Today we're talking.
It's TDC for me.